This is Sikkim.
Yes. Without taking much time, I would like to wish a very good afternoon to the distinguished honorable guests on and off the dais, and namaskar. The theme for Sikkim is Sikkim Water Vision 2047, the way forward. Topic spring recharge through Dhara Vikas initiative and water storage augmentation plan for Vision 2047 and major river monitoring. So, Sikkim, as we know, is the 22nd state of the Indian great country, India. It has 7,096 square kilometers. It has the boundaries surrounded by Bhutan in the east, Nepal in the west, and China in the north, and West Bengal in South Sikkim. Sikkim Himalaya is a young mountain range. It is situated in the young mountain range, and the entire state is a hilly area with a range from 280 to 8,586 meters. The third highest peak, Mount Kanchenjunga, is located in the state. The two major river systems are River Tista and Rangit, which meets at Triveni in West Bengal and is a tributary of the Brahmaputra river. Next. So the climatic condition here, Sikkim has all the four spring, summer, and winters, summer, and autumn. And the climatic condition ranges from tropical, subtropical, and tundra type. And the state receives high to very high rainfall precipitation, and this causes lots of damages to roads and government-built infrastructures, when the State Disaster Management Authority provides help through the National Disaster Management. And last year, as we all know, year before last year, October 3rd and 4th, Sikkim was witness to the glacial lake outburst flooding, which caused a lot of damage. Next. So now here, coming to the main topic, this is a Dhara Vikas, a government initiative for reviving springs in the Sikkim Himalaya. As we can see here, the pit has been pit of size generally 6 feet by 3 feet by 2.5 feet. 100 trenches, such pits will be created per hectare, and for ponds 10 feet by 10 feet by 2.5 feet, 6 ponds per hectare. This is a process, it's an initiative for a spring recharge, that is rejuvenation. Next, please. So why springs are important? As we know, the springs in Sikkim are called Dhara, Nala, Chashma, and apart from the urban populace, Sikkim has 80% of the rural population depends on the spring water as a source of water. And these springs are tapped using gravity-fed systems. The water is naturally filtered and free from physical and chemical contaminations. Next. We have what glacier, snow, and river systems, which serves to the lowland perspective. However, when the Dhara Vikas project is initiated towards mostly isolated mid-hills, wherein you don't find glacier supply. It is surrounded by deep gorges from higher mountains, so it has to rely on the rainfall. And therefore, the spring recharge is the most important factor in these areas. So the critical exposure, sensitivity, and the adaptive capacity has to be studied, and I will not go through it individually because it will consume much time. Next. Here, there is a typical landscape where dynamic problem impact of climate change. So this is a picture of the Sumbuk village in South Sikkim. It's a dry belt, and the red spots where it is seen are the seasonal sources. These, when we take up to the upper reaches, we dug up trenches, and then these seasonal sources, they turned into perennial. So there was much degree of success here. So next here, there are where at the very dry areas, people are seen carrying waters. So what the research questions here, we can say Himalayan spring water, can it be revived? Where is the recharge area, etc., etc. It will take much time. Here it is given here. Then next. So 2008 onwards, there were many activities taken up. A problem of drying springs was highlighted on World Water Day. Then 2009 identification of team capacity building. Then 2010 Sikkim developed Atlas, River Atlas, and mapped 704 springs. Then next. Here, local capacity building was a major factor, which was done through State Institute of Rural Development, Karfektar. Here we can see local capacity building, para-hydrologists. The sites are being explored, and lakes are recharged from feeder canals to the lakes. Here again, the water quality is monitored, tested. Training has been given to the people for water testing. There are the 13 parameters which JJM takes on, like turbidity, chlorine, total alkalinity, etc., etc. And the coliform tests are being carried out through NABL accredited lab at Karfektar. We have this 8 steps methodology to improve our and revive our springs. So I will not go point wise. It is in fact a site identification, water budgeting, social survey, discharge, spring inventory, baseline survey, and to find the rock types, rock cleavages, the geology of the area. Then the preparation of the DPR comes into effect. In this step 4, you can see 5 lakes were revived in South Sikkim, and springs, when we call type of springs, we call fracture springs and depression springs. Fracture is a rock fracture. From where the rock fracture is there, the water gets accumulated, and from there again you can revive the springs. The other is depression spring, that is the ground spring, that is flowing spring. Next please. So we have this collection base information system wherein manual collection method of bucket type per minute, how many liters has been discharged is there, and rainfall, rain gauge is there, instruments. Then hurriedly going through next. Hydrological assessment is carried out using Broughton compass. You can see at the picture here below, and we will see the angle of the rock fracture where, and follow where the thing, and then we monitor the springs. It flows through the cracks. We have this hydrological map, Springshed, Google Earth mapping. Then the next. Recharge structure plan placement, it is given here where do's and don'ts are placed in the drawing. We don't have much time. Focus on resources. The aquifer till 2011 springs centric, it was spring centric. Now after 2011 it is aquifer centric. So you can see in the graph below where the studies has been carried out. We have this next, we have this automatic weather stations and the studies, isotope study for confirming the recharge area on the ongoing area, with the help of Department of Geology, University of Pune. Next, we have this, yes, 1 minute please. We have this recharge. After recharge, we can see here, after recharge, the water level has gone up. You can see that. So this is the effect of recharge. Then we have whatever the ponds are there with the concrete flooring has been done away, and then recharge the soil beneath where we can see the water flowing below it. Here again, next, yes. Here the bush area has been removed, and trenches has been created, and nearby stream has, filled in the thing area. So now we can see trout farming in Sri Badam. We have these recharge structures under Manrega. This helps in checking soil erosion and controls surface runoff. The area covered is total 1,023 hectares. Trenches connected is 1,500,000 and ponds 6,018. We can see the village water security plan VWSP being carried out here. Next page. Vulnerable areas where it has been identified, and the suggestions has been placed at the blue ink. Next. Yes, study digital elevation mapping has been done. GIS experts has been hired, used. Swiss, with the support of Swiss Development SDC, Swiss Development Corporation, this mapping has been done. And next, isotope study of springs in central Pandam. It will take much time. So we have this Android application for spring mapping, and being this as an initiative, the Dhara Vikas scheme had that Android 9 version. It has still not been updated to Android 14 due to a fund. So we request if the ministry will grant us funds for updating the thing. The apps, Android, which will cost 21 lakhs. Next is the Dhara Vikas book, handbook has been printed in Nepali as well as it has been translated into English. The outcomes which the success story of Dhara Vikas scheme is given here. Places where the implementation is not possible, where the settlement is on the hilltop, and at places where the land above is used for agriculture. Yes, ma'am, I'm winding up, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Then we have this, the other water supply, ma'am. I'll go short, ma'am. There we have identified the areas for water supply, please. Water supply data for urban cities and towns of the state. So Next. All the towns, cities where the existing capacity in MLD has been and the requirement for 2047, the gap has been we identified, and projects will be submitted to the ministry. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. And we now move on to the next presentation, which is by Andhra Pradesh. And I have the privilege in inviting Dr. Nirmala Rama Naidu, Honorable Minister for Water Resources Department, Government of Andhra Pradesh.